Hello and welcome to Be the Change, where we talk finance, personal development and growth. But last, don't come and kill yourself. This video is about how to change your body clock. I have managed to master it and I want to give you my tips on how I wake up early. But before I get into the video, please make sure you subscribe, like and share to others that might find this content helpful. Now let's get into the video. So previously my body used to wake me up at around 7:30 a.m. However, I wanted that to change to 5 a.m. as I am more productive in the mornings. So the first tip to waking up early is discipline. This is the most important tip that I have for you. If you don't have discipline, it will not work. So when I say discipline, that means regardless if Twitter is popping, regardless of whatever tea your friend is sharing with you, regardless of the series that you want to finish at 2 a.m, you need to say to yourself, I need to go to bed at this time so that I can wake up at that time. Building up discipline is not a walk in the park. It does take some time to push back, temptations and just stick to your guns. However, if you have discipline, you have everything. The next tip is to try and not nap during the day. I know after a long day at work or after eating such a hearty meal, you just want to rest for like an hour or two, but this can really mess up your body clock. So try and push past the midday nap and just leave all that tiredness for the evening. The next tip is, of course, if you want to wake up early, you have to go to bed early. One thing about me is that I am not going to compromise on my sleep. So I'm still going to get my 7 hours of sleep, and that's what they recommend. I know that many people, have 6 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep. Do the research on why sleep is important anyways. So for me to wake up at 5 a.m. and still have my 7 hours of sleep, I need to be in bed by 10 p.m. So think about the time that you want to wake up and work backwards from there. So if you want to wake up at 6, for example, if you want to have your 7 hours of sleep, go to bed at 11. And also it depends on how many hours of sleep that you want for yourself. Some people only want 6 hours, some people only want 5, some people want 8 hours. So it's really individualistic. So think about the time you want to wake up and then work backwards. The third tip is to have a night routine. Many people ask me, how do I just fall asleep at 10 p.m? It's because I've already prepared my mind and my body for sleep. If I'm jumping up and down or on Twitter and then 10 p.m. comes, I'm not just going to turn off my phone and fall asleep. It doesn't work like that. I need to gradually find myself into a sleep mode, and then that's what helps me fall asleep. For example, if you just watched a comedy show or something funny on your phone and then it's 10 p.m. and you quickly turn off your phone and try and sleep, it may not work because your mind is still racing, your mind is still thinking about the thing that you just watched, If you suffer from anxiety and have 1,000,001 thoughts running through your mind, having a night routine will really help you. My night routine is only 30 minutes, however, test the waters. If 30 minutes is not enough to cool you down, maybe start an hour beforehand. So let's get into my night routine, as this is one of the most important things that you need to do to go to bed on time so that you can wake up early. Number 1, I automate my phone to go on Do Not Disturb from 9:30. That way I'm not getting any phone calls, any notifications, any news that could disrupt my sleep. So next, I already know that my nighttime routine starts at 9:30. So from 9 o'clock, I start wrapping up the things that I'm doing. So when it comes to 9:30, I put them away and start heading upstairs. So when I get upstairs, I brush my teeth, I do my skincare routine, and this really calms me down because I'm not looking at my phone, I'm not talking to anyone, I'm really in my own space. So after that, I get into bed, look at what I've done that day, see the goals that I've achieved, and I plan 3 main goals for the next day. This is very helpful, again, for those that suffer with anxiety. Maybe you don't want to go to bed on time because you're thinking, oh my gosh, I need to do this, I need to do that. But if you just release it down on paper, it really helps. So that time is a time of reflection for me. So no matter what has happened in that day, I sit down, remind myself of where I want to be in life, and just calm down. So after that, I pray, read my Bible, and call it a day. And I also have some lavender spray which I spray on my pillows, and that really helps to put me in that mood of sleep. So that's my night routine. That works for me. Remember, what works for me may not work for you. So tailor your night routine to what helps you calm down from the day. So the final and most important thing is now waking up. In terms of setting alarms, I am an avid snoozer. I can snooze a million alarms and it's not good, and I'm really trying to push myself out of that habit. However, because I know that, I set my alarm for 4:45. So at least I have one snooze in me, right? So when it's 4:45, I snooze it. When it's 5 o'clock, it's like, okay, you've already snoozed it once, it's time to get out of bed. The next thing I do to help me wake up is that I have LED lights that are controlled by my phone, so I can also put a timer to it. So I've put a timer that every day at 5 a.m, turn on the lights and start flashing it. I know the flashing lights may be extreme, but that works for me. You need to find what makes you feel uncomfortable, that it forces you to get out of bed, because I love my sleep, and you know, when you need to wake up, your bed seems very comfortable. And the last tip is to set yourself a morning routine, so that you know when you wake up, you're waking up to do something. If you just wake up and there's nothing planned to do, you're most likely going to go back to sleep. However, if you have a morning routine set for yourself, your mind is focused on that. So those are my tips on how to change your body clock. It took me 7 days to change my body clock. Don't be discouraged if, you know, you set your alarm for 5 a.m, you end up snoozing it and you're awake at 7, you know. 7 is still better than 7:30. It may take some days to gradually, you know, get accustomed to a new way of living, but I'm sure if you keep at it, you will get there. Thank you so much for watching Be The Change. Please leave a comment down below and share to others that might find this video helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.